At ICCU, to make a difference, it takes just one connection. A friendly face, an open ear, a helping hand. And then something amazing happens. We find out that we're better together. This is what Idaho Central does in our communities every day. We help our members with the small things and big dreams. This is what believing in you is all about. Idaho Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance.
Welcome back to the Blue, Albertson Stadium, home of your Boise State Broncos, the bastion of Bronco Nation, a field of dreams where greatness has become a tradition. Whether you're new to Idaho and this is your first game, or your family has had season tickets for 3 generations, Lithia Ford of Boise wants you to know you're welcome here.
Well, greetings, Boise State fans. Welcome courtside here. Coach Leon Rice going to be joining us in just a couple of minutes. Najee Smith as well. Boise State wins their 9th game in a row. The Broncos win 71-63 over the New Mexico Lobos here at the Pit. Get your questions in. Get your comments in. What do you think about this 9 wins in a row? It wasn't the prettiest game of all time, but they win by 8. They win on the road. They've now won at 2 places it's hard to win at, the Lawler Event Center and the Pit, in a span of 4 days. So what are your thoughts? Get your comments in, get your questions in, get them in now, and we'll get them rolling here. But what an impressive win for Boise State. Some of the stats, Boise State was just going to do whatever it took to get inside. 20-4 on the second chance points because the rebounds 52-28. I don't know what else you can say about the rebounding margin tonight. 52-28, 25 offensive rebounds. That's right, 25 offensive rebounds for Boise State. And New Mexico only had 25 defensive rebounds. So you're talking about every time Boise State took the shot, they got just as many shots back on the rebounds as New Mexico did. I mean, that's pretty impressive, pretty incredible, really. So Boise State wins this one against 71-63. You look at the numbers, and Marcus Shaver Jr. did it again, 18 points, hit some huge shots. Najee Smith, though, I thought was a huge story off the bench, 14 points in 26 minutes, and he's making it harder and harder to take him off the floor. He's playing very, very well. Abu Kijab didn't score in the first half, finished with 11 points. Emmanuel Acott also didn't score in the first half, finished with 10 points. I guess if you're looking for a negative, Boise State only shot 35.5% from the field, only hit 6 of 20 from three-point range, and missed 17 free throws, 21 of 38. They went 55.3% for the game, so that's still an issue. But, they actually shot way worse. I mean, New Mexico shot 49% from the field, so 10 for 19 from 3, 52%. So New Mexico actually shot the ball pretty well, but they just couldn't get a rebound anytime they missed. Boise State, again, had 20 second chance points, and they win the game by 8. So the offensive rebounds and the putbacks were obviously huge for Boise State in this game. And again, 52-28, the rebounding, 25 offensive rebounds for Boise State, and New Mexico, as I said, only had 3 offensive rebounds. Boise State did get 30 points in the paint as well, 20 points off the bench, 19 fast break points, and 12 assists for Boise State on the 52 buckets. You had Jalen House finish with 21 for New Mexico. He scored like 13 in a row for the Lobos there at one point late in the second half. You had, John Higgins ejecting a fan at one point in this game. You had the fans very unhappy with a lot of the calls, a lot of what was going on. So just a very interesting game. It wasn't the greatest game. John saying solid game, Broncos. John, yes, it was. Is this Leon's best rebounding team? Brent Chapman wanting to know. Good question. And we'll have to do some numbers and kind of crunch it. Ryan Watkins was one of the best rebounders in school history, so it's hard for me to say that it wasn't him. in that team. Maybe I'll have to go back and look at some of the stats. But, just super impressive what Boise State is doing right now on the glass. And again, Coach Rice is finishing up a radio interview with Bob and Abe and is going to come join us live here in a minute. So if you have a comment or a question, we'll see. Maybe we can shoot a couple towards Coach Rice here. Again, the final score in this one, Boise State wins at 71-63. 71-63 is the final. There was a shot there in the last minute or so, which ended up being important to some. Ryan asking about the free throws, still a problem. Yeah, the free throws were not good in this game. If you're looking for a negative and you want to nitpick, the free throws were not great. But, that shot with about 1 second left. It was actually a three-pointer, which made it 8, I believe. And then Richard Pitino was saying not to foul. They did foul, and then Boise State made the free throws, so all of a sudden Boise State was covering at 10. The spread was 8.5, and then you came down and they scored a bucket with 1 second left for House. Maybe we'll see that on bad beats. That covered the spread for Boise State, so New Mexico covers. New Mexico, if you had them plus the 8.5, you covered on a meaningless shot with 1 second left in the game. It's crazy how Vegas seems to know what's going on with this stuff. This is the Lithia Ford of Boise. BroncoNationNews.com post-game show, our road coverage, sponsored by Idaho Central Credit Union, helping us get down here to the pit in New Mexico. 9 wins in a row for Boise State. They're going to get ready to head to play Air Force at home. Yes, finally a home game. You'd like to see a big crowd for Boise State in that one as they try to, build this and make it 10 before that tough stretch. We got a couple highlights here.
They got the missed free throw they needed, but could not secure the
sound down a little here. Whoops, not off all the way. Marcus Shaver Jr. with a long 2, a bucket there. We thank Colin Mitchell for putting these together. The video is courtesy of Fox Sports. We appreciate, looks like, did I do this wrong, or is that the one clip we got? Okay, I went backwards. There's the Najee Smith getting the offensive rebound. The effort on the boards today was just incredible. And what can you say? 25 offensive rebounds. And there's another one. Mladen Armouche getting the offensive board and putting it back in as Coach Leon Rice comes over and joins us here at the table. And, Coach, we were watching some of the highlights of some of the putbacks here. 25 offensive rebounds tonight. You can grab the mic there, and I'll scoot away for the proper protocols here. But, Coach, again, we've had you on a few times here. Now 9-1 since we started Bronco Nation News, so I'll take the credit for the 9-game winning streak here.
Running with all your advertisers and everything.
Yeah. You should have won the St. Louis game anyway. So.
Right, no doubt. Don't get me going there. I don't need to go backwards right now. I'm going forward. And what a great win tonight in the pit. It's like I told you before, it's one of the storied places to play. And, we did what we had to do. There's no, sometimes you got to just go win ugly. And the things that we always tell our guys that the best quality a team can have is they find ways to win. And that's what these guys do. We went and got 25 rebounds.
25 offensive
rebounds in the pit. It's got to be the most ever given up here. And, the beauty of these guys, there's a lot of teams that, that I've coached in the past, that other guys have coached, that, I have a lot of coaches point this out to me. These guys don't get affected and they don't hang their heads when they miss shots or they, goofy things happen to us and we miss easy shots that we think we can make, we miss free throws. So they don't hang their head. They just, so what, now what? Okay, we missed a free throw, well, let's get the offensive rebound on the free throw, and they just make up for it. So you got to just kind of breathe and remain calm, because I really thought that lead should, instead of been 15, it should have been 20 plus, and then it's probably
you make a couple free throws and it is.
Right, that's what I mean. But again, I'm not, we went in and celebrated our guys that's college basketball. And that's the teams that, if you're good enough to win a game like that under circumstances like that, that's what good teams do. And, we've preached to these guys that our defense and our rebounding we're going to hang our hat on it. And so when you do have a night like this, it doesn't matter. And you get out of there with the win.
Ryan Watkins, coach here in this building in 2014, had 22 rebounds himself. He had 11 offensive rebounds himself. Mladen Armouche was trying to go after him there. He was having a tough night offensively. He was getting close to the bucket, but some of his putbacks and his effort on the glass, and Najee had a couple of putbacks. I saw a tweet from Travis Hawks. He said, 3 things I love about this team. They play great defense, they rebound, and they play hard. I'll take my chances with those 3 things.
No question. That's exactly that. Travis is smart. That's because, as a coach, you're like, doggone it, we should have, there's 17 free throws we missed. That could have been, but, you can't think that way. You gotta take the good with the bad. Now we got to work on it. We got to have our minds right to make them, and we can make them. And we've been trending in that direction. And, I'll take, like I said, I want the best quality a team can have is those winning qualities that you just said. And that's why we win. You don't get style points for making all your free throws and that. There's one thing that matters right now. And it's accomplish the mission. And we went 1-0 down here in the pit, which is a hard place to play, and we all know that.
I said a couple of times, Coach, it felt like kind of a tricky, I don't want to say trap game, but it felt kind of like a tricky game because, they had some guys that could get hot from three.
Yes.
You mentioned it where they're down 13, but they hit one shot and the crowd's going crazy, and you look up and you go, we are still up 10, right?
I know.
You said that the other day, and that was true multiple times tonight. So just to come down here, the rescheduled game, you change your travel plans and all that, and I know you don't care about all that stuff except the win, which you accomplished. What does that say about the business-like approach to your guys to do what it takes to get the win?
It really does, and to do all those things, like you said, that's something we talked about, and the guys echoed it back to me because I was getting a little mad at just a couple things, but not too much, because I love these guys and I appreciate I have belief in them. I knew they would do it, but just that ability to just keep grinding and keep going, and then they hear the messages we give, because that was the message I gave them, is like, hey, years ago, Derek Marks, they stole the ball from us. We were up 12. They dunked and the roof caved in, and you feel like, are we down 20? And that's what our guys, I took a timeout and they're like, yeah, we're up 12. And we can guard. It doesn't even matter if we make another shot. We're not going to let them catch us. So that's a good quality to have. And, then when things start clicking for you and the shots start falling, that's when you're really, really, really good. And, then that comes and goes, playing on the road and playing at home, and it's college basketball. But the biggest thing is to accomplish the mission. We went 1-0.
And now you've won at two places that not a lot of teams are probably going to win at this year, Lawler Event Center and here. And if you kind of look at it like a golf match, you've birdied the first two games here, and you had the Fresno game. You look at what you're doing in league, and now you got to continue this stretch. You go back home, Coach, and I know there may be a tendency to, we're playing Air Force, we're at home, that kind of thing. How do you kind of just keep the pedal to the metal here and get things turned around, ready to go on Tuesday?
No doubt. And that's so important. And that's what these guys have been doing a good job of is we've been really, really focusing on not the next game, not the next, 5 games. Everybody wants to talk about this stretch that we're on, how tough it is, and the reschedule, all these things. These guys have been doing a remarkable job, and we all have just been like, okay, how do we get out of this gym and get home safely and get our bodies right and our minds right so we can have the best prep that we can have. We're not even focused on the game Tuesday. We're focused on the task at hand, which is getting everything ready so we can prep for a team that's one of the most difficult in the country to prep for. And, so we have to be locked in mentally, and we have to activate our minds and be ready to really understand how we're going to, our game plan and what we have to do Tuesday night. And hopefully we'll have a great crowd. That we haven't been there for, it seems like forever. I don't even remember Fresno on the 28th. It's been a long, long time. We can't wait to get home.
Appreciate you doing this, Coach. Safe travels on the charter back to Boise. We'll see you down there, Extra Mile Arena on Tuesday.
Yeah, Travis is a smart guy. He should, yeah, exactly.
Appreciate it, Coach.
All right, see ya.
Appreciate Coach Leon Rice for his time. Boise State, again, 71-63. Wins this one, and we're going to keep the cycle going to some players here. Boise State, again, keep the comments coming. We'll get to them here in a second. Keep the questions and comments. We'll roll to them here in a second as Marcus Shaver Jr., second game in a row, is going to join us. He had 18 points in this one, 6 rebounds as well. Man, what an impressive game for him. Najee Smith, 14 points as well. But fans exited out of here pretty quickly. They were pretty loud for a while, and they were getting into it, but they, after a while, they didn't have much to cheer about. And Marcus Shaver Jr., nice enough. You can grab the mic there, sir. Joining us here. We got a second game in a row, man. You keep playing like this, sir. We'll keep chatting with you for a few minutes. Congratulations, man. Thank you. 18 points. Just talk about this game. It was kind of almost it felt like a trap game coming in. They got some shooters, and it's a road game again. They just added the game for you guys to be able to come in here and maybe not play your best game of the season, but get the win. How's it feel?
It feels good. It was an ugly win, but we got it done. It's kind of a hard gym to play in. Like this atmosphere is crazy. It wasn't that crazy night, but I heard it gets pretty wild. But it was a good team win tonight.
You know, the shots maybe weren't quite falling. Free throws were an issue again, but the defense again and the rebounding in particular. Talk about the rebounding, 25 offensive rebounds. You were getting some in there yourself, battling too. What's I know that was probably the emphasis going in with their lack of size, but to make it happen on the glass, 52-28. How'd you guys do it?
Yeah, that's something we take a lot of pride in is our rebounding and our defense, and that showed up here tonight, and it led to our offense. So. As long as we rebound and defend, we'll be all right.
20 second chance points too, and you win by 8. I mean, I talked to you about this last game, but you just kind of have that knack to hit a big shot. I mean, the crowd's getting into it. They cut it to 6 or 8, and you just continue to hit these long 2s or these 3s and silence the crowd. How much do you enjoy that kind of a moment?
I love that feeling, just silencing the crowd. There's no better feeling than that. And it's just my teammates give me the ball at the right time, and just reps, like I said last interview, just reps and confidence. That's all it takes.
To get 9 in a row now, you got to keep it going. You go back and play Air Force Tuesday, then you go back out on the road. But just to come down here and get the win and keep it going, how does it feel?
It feels good. Like I said, we can't stop here. We got to keep it going, keep this momentum going, and on to the next one, baby.
Appreciate it. Safe travels back on the charter, Marcus. Congratulations on the win, man. And we'll see you back in Boise. There he is, Marcus Shaver, folks. Boise State wins this one 71-63. We'll keep it going right away with Najee Smith. Why don't we just go here and Mr. Najee Smith, nice enough to join us. 14 points for you tonight, Najee. Congratulations. You got a lot of happy Boise State fans watching on social media. How's it feel, man?
It feels great. This is what I've been working for. I waited a lot last year, didn't really get a chance, but this year I'm really hoping to show what I can do and help this team win.
Just the effort on the boards and the effort inside. I know you guys probably knew that was going to be a focus going into the game with their lack of size and stuff, but the 25 offensive rebounds. You ever been a part of a game like that?
No, and that's just credit to Mladen, our big guy. He works hard in the paint and he battles, and they just didn't have an answer for him. He's a force to be reckoned with.
Well, you were battling in there too and getting some boards. I mean, what is it like going into a game like this where you know they don't have a ton of size? And we saw early in the game there was an obvious emphasis to just dump the ball down low. I mean, what's it like going into a game like that and then seeing it play out?
Just be aggressive and trust that things will work. You may not get the first or second, but as long as you're persistent, things will work themselves out.
How does it feel? Your role, you're starting to define your role. You're continuing to get more and more playing time. And I mean, I was watching the game and I saw a tweet. I mean, you're making it hard to take you out of the game. I mean, just you're on both ends of the court and your toughness. I mean, how do you kind of see how you're starting to fit in here with your role?
Just buying into the system, doing what I can to win. The guys believe in me a lot, so I'm just trying to prove them right and then help this team win.
Well, why is this team playing so well right now? I mean, it just looks like the chemistry's there. You guys are all rooting for each other, and guys are falling down. The other 4 guys are running to pick them up. I mean, it just seems like you guys really, I know a lot of people make a big deal out of it, chemistry and all that, but it really does seem like you guys all really like each other.
It just comes down to unity, holding each other accountable, and that's what makes us better every day. A lot of guys will let stuff slide, but on this team, we really hold each other and try to push and make each other better every day.
What's this been like for you, coming from JUCO, and who knows what opportunities you thought you were going to get in basketball, but to be playing whatever it was, 26-plus minutes in a place like the Pit and silencing the crowd with some of your plays and stuff, I mean, hitting some of those threes, you got to be having the time of your life out there.
Oh, it's what you dream of. I was just ready to step up to the plate, and then I just played with confidence and did my best.
And how do you keep it rolling? Obviously, you take the charter back, and you got to regroup. I know you want to keep the pedal to the metal. This is a busy stretch you guys are in. Talk about trying to keep it going, and you finally get to hopefully play in front of some big fans at home against Air Force.
Just being consistent, staying consistent with travel, staying consistent with sleep, hydration, so we're just ready to play.
Hey, man, congratulations. Safe travels back. Appreciate it. And 9 wins in a row, man. That's going to be a nice plane ride back.
Right, thank you very much.
Yep, take care. Appreciate it, man. There he is, Najee Smith. And Boise State, again, wins this one 71-63. We appreciate Cody Gogler for helping set that up, Mike Walsh as well. Boise State, it looks like, by the way, stayed number 40 in KenPom, according to the great Colin Mitchell, who put the highlights together, and we appreciate him. And that's big time, actually, if you can survive a game like that where you don't play great, the stats aren't great, and you still finish at 40 on KenPom against a 200-level team. You will take that you will take that all the time. Going back to 2010, College Basketball Reference, 25 offensive rebounds, the most allowed by New Mexico, 24 versus New Mexico State in 2013. Appreciate that, Ryan. If Coach Rice walks by on his way out, I will let him know that. Big Wade chiming in. Heck of a game. so hard to stay motivated when shots aren't falling. Rebounding is a physically tough job, and that got us the win. Hats off to the boys. Free throws still a problem. Yeah, they were tonight. I think they finished, 21 of 38. 21 of 38 were the final free throw numbers tonight. So, yeah, they weren't great, but, they were enough to they still won the game, still won by 8 points, and I don't think the style points really matter a ton. You just want to keep the winning streak going. You win at the Pit. You win at the Lawler Event Center, like I said. You're 3-0 in Mountain West play, and there's a lot of reasons to be excited if you're a Boise State fan. 20-4 was the second chance points, as I said, because of the 25 offensive rebounds. The total rebound battle was 52-28, and I said it before the players and coaches came over. But Boise State got 25 offensive rebounds. New Mexico got 25 defensive rebounds. So I don't know if you realize that, but every single time Boise State took a shot, they had a 50% chance of getting the ball back, which is just absolutely crazy when you think about it. We were playing some of the highlights, and then Coach Rice came over and interrupted us. How rude of Coach Rice to interrupt us while we were trying to play highlights here. But we will add to the stream and try to play some of these highlights again. This was what Boise State really did. There's Najee Smith with one of the gets his own rebound and puts it back again. Just the inability to not give up. And we thank Fox Sports for the video here, Colin Mitchell for putting some of the highlights together. There's another one. Mladen Armouche gets the board. He takes him 2 chances, a couple of chances. There's Marcus Shaver. Man, look at they call the foul on that one, but just Boise State really going hard and getting all those rebounds. Just so impressive on the offensive end. And then Shaver, again, this was with Boise State starting to pull away the jumper. Man, he's just so clutch and so good in some of those big-time situations. Just really, really impressive what Marcus Shaver is doing in this stretch here. And, he's becoming that kind of go-to scorer that it's hard to take off the floor. It really, really is at this point. He's been great in late shot clock situations when Boise State, the crowd's getting into it. Boise State needs a bucket. Marcus Shaver's been huge. And, Najee Smith as well. What he's given them, I said it and I'll say it again. He's making it hard to take him off the floor. He is playing so well right now, and if I had more time, I would have asked Coach Rice about him. But just what he's doing has just been huge for this team, and it really looks like a team. I mean, they are playing together. They're cheering for each other on the bench. I mean, it is it's just really, really impressive to see this group coming together. And you think about those of you that were in the stands at the Bakersfield game. If you were in the stands at the Bakersfield game, and you think you probably would have never thought something like this was possible, a 9-game winning streak. 3-0 in Mountain West play. You already have wins at Lawler Event Center in the Pit. I know flying back from the San Diego State football game, when I saw that score of the Bakersfield game come across, I was wondering, what's going to be going on the next couple of months here with this season. And they've certainly turned it around in a big way, and they're just playing great. They're playing great basketball. Have not lost since back in November 30th, the first day of Bronco Nation News, as we joked with Coach Rice when he came on. So, just really impressive. What can you say? Huge win for Boise State. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys for checking it out. Appreciate everybody. It was a fun time. I'll actually be writing a story for the Idaho Press like old days tonight. So I'll be, if you want to read my article in the Idaho Press, we'll also post it at Bronco Nation News as well. It'll be the same story. So we'll get the post-game story going here in a little bit. And, man, heck of a game for Boise State. We got, you can tell Najee Smith wants to win. Big Wade saying he digs the old headbands. Yeah, I mean, it was, 9 in a row. It's just so impressive when you look at what Boise State did, and New Mexico tried to come back. If anybody was on that spread or on the game, let me know if you either were living or dying with that last minute or so. That was crazy with the three-pointer with 10 seconds left. Richard Pitino telling them not to foul. They did foul. And then, the shot with 1 second left to cover the spread. I mean, that'll be on bad beats for sure, probably. That was a crazy finish for those in Las Vegas. But it's been impressive. You go down the line, the defense, the offense wasn't there today, but the defense and the rebounding, and I know Leon talked about it, but I give Travis Hawks, Blue and Orange Store, Crave Delivery, one of our great supporters of Bronco Nation News. He posted a tweet during the game, and he was dead on. They play hard, they play good defense, and they play, they're good on the glass. And you put all those things together, and it's a huge win. So a big win for Boise State. Appreciate them. Appreciate all of you guys for checking it out, and we appreciate all the support at Bronco Nation News. Hopefully you like what you see. You'll consider a subscription. I say it every game, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but we were the only local media outlet here again at the Pit. So hopefully you'll consider subscribing. $6.99 a month, or you can pay $70 and get 2 months free if you want to pay up front for the full year. We would really appreciate your support to help us. We're trying to get to every road game in the rest of the season, so we're hoping to make that happen, and we would could use your support and bring you more of these pregame and postgame shows as we move forward. So appreciate Lithia Ford of Boise, appreciate Idaho Central Credit Union, all of our great sponsors, of course, rowpaint.com, our title sponsor, Power and People, Pride in Painting, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. They got that great deal going on right now for the concrete coating, so hope you'll take advantage of that. But again, big win. Karen says, there we got another big video of Snake. I wanted to show this video of Snake, actually. Let's see if I can pull it up here real quick. It's on the desktop, and I'm going to pull this up. There's a backstory between Leon Rice and Snake, and I got it. So let's play this. This is going to be full screen. Here's Leon Rice before the – oh, they're not going to let me show it. I have to switch browsers or something. I'll put it up on Twitter. Sorry about that, folks. I'll put it up on Twitter. But Snake and Leon Rice postgame was fun to see. So we got folks up there making some noise, and Leon Rice, who's doing a Zoom interview up there trying to tell them laughingly to jokes to be quiet. So we'll wrap it up here. We appreciate you guys for checking it out. Please go ahead and, again, subscribe and give us some support. Bronco Nation News, bronconationnews.com.